So bear with us. This is what we're doing. We have 2.5 minutes set up for the presentation, but it's all timed. So we would come in, bring you these in, set them up for it. Team Sumter, are you ready?
Yeah! Judges, imagine a community where the community actually cares about the strength of its own community. Picture a single mother, right? She's got children, she's going to school, and she's just trying to do life and her laptop breaks. Boom! And then a nonprofit just like mine connects her with a computer store that says, hey, that tab's on the community.
That's what I'm talking about.
Imagine her transmission breaks. You're talking a $1,500 price, but then the auto repair shop says, hey, that's on the community.
Yeah.
This isn't an imaginary story, something on a whiteboard. This is a real story. She is real. This story is real. We are Team Sumter.
Yeah!
Public assistant, low economic status, low poverty level. As a working mother of 3, that once described my family and I. Now, 5 years later, I'm working in a career that I truly love. In the same community that poured so much into me, I'm able to give back to that same community. And guess what?
Yes, sir.
Those terms no longer describe me.
Not no more.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I participated in the Emerging Leaders Program, and we had a lot of hands-on sessions. We even, one of the sessions, we even learned about the penny tax and how Sumter budgets things, which is kind of a lot because I didn't even expect all of that, and it was really cool. My family rocks, like, am I right?
Right.
I can't wait to be involved in these leadership opportunities just like my sisters.
All right.
And I'm so excited about my future.
That's right, Kiki, and thank you. See, the bottom line is that we believe that community wealth equals community health. In 2008, the Sumter community, our neighbors, our friends, our family expressed a vision for a better community.
Yes, sir.
Now, it was at this time that we realized to transform Sumter, we would have to work collectively to break through the cycles of our past. Just as swiftly as we broke through that banner today.
Yes, sir.
See, our primary goal was to increase per capita income. Today, through our efforts to unite our talent pipeline, education, and military support, our per capita income has increased by 28%. That's something worth getting excited over. We've brought a handful of our teammates here today to share our story, which represents more than 300 employers, educational institutions, government entities, civic organizations, in short, Team Sumter.
Career, credentials, paychecks, and products. This is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. In 2016, working with our local industry, we developed a youth apprenticeship program to expand the workforce. Fast forward to this year, we held our first youth apprenticeship signing day in which high school graduates left with a diploma and a high school career. Just as graduates celebrate college scholarships, we celebrate all career opportunities that set our youth up for economic independence. Moving forward, we are scaling up these efforts to increase employers and students for this year's signing day. we are truly growing our own talent pipeline. And by the way, our community partnerships now provide free post-secondary tuition for all students with a 2.0 GPA.
Free?
I was a student who made good grades, but I didn't know what I wanted to do after school. That wasn't until I found the technical school opportunities that I found my calling. Due to that, I was able to and turn it into a professional career.
You talking about he getting money now?
I know that's right.
Due to that professional career, I'm actually in the process of building my own house in the community I love.
At 22.
That's amazing. I tell you what, Zach, speaking of houses, that reminds me of a great story. My main man, retired Chief Master Sergeant Leonard Bates, has about houses.
Thank y'all. When I was 17 years old, I left my daddy's house and I went to Uncle Sam's house. And I went to the Air Force. I spent 31 wonderful years in the Air Force, traveled around the whole world. But in 2012, things changed. Had to make a transition. Had to become a civilian. I didn't know how to spit civilian. But the Sumter community wrapped their arms around me and my family. They supported us and they loved us. And now we can give back to our community. I love Sumter, South Carolina.
I'm a veteran.
Me too.
That's what we do.
So after 15 years of service as an American Airman, my family and I realized it was time for a new chapter in our lives. Having lived all across the world, we could have settled anywhere.
Anywhere.
That's what I'm
But
talking
through
about.
Shaw Air Force Base and the Muni Community Partners, we were introduced to the Sumter community, and now there is no other place we'd like to call our friends. In fact, today we continue to work with the 40 to 80 military families transitioning out of the Air Force and Army at Shaw Air Force Base each and every month. Just as they did for me, we continue to connect our military families with real-life opportunities throughout our community to meet their long-term socio and economic needs, ranging from resume writing to job placement to even recreational sports. Today, we have over 31,000 active duty and veterans living in our community.
We're in the house.
Tires, polymer fibers, medical devices, nutritional supplements. These are just a few of the amazing products that we produce and manufacture in Sumter, South Carolina.
Right here.
Y'all, we are really proud of what we make. And we export these products all over the world. But the one thing that we don't want to be known for is exporting our people.
No, right.
As a business partner, we seek out strategic relationships because we know that as a team, we really are better together. We recognize that community wealth is everyone's responsibility. If we want to have a viable economic life here in Sumter, then we all must invest equally together in Sumter. One of the ways that we've been incredibly successful is through our community partnerships with education.
Yes, sir.
We've seen amazing things happen in education whenever local community organizations partner with public schools. So my friend Dr. Hunter is here, and I'm
Reading, writing, and arithmetic, that's old school. Now it's creativity, STEM careers, engineering, science, technology. These are just a few words that describe the modern day classroom.
Yes, sir.
In the past, the schools stayed in their world and businesses in theirs.
Not anymore.
As the principal of a middle school, we now host university physics professors, business leaders, airmen, soldiers, who not only expose our students to various careers, but teach alongside our teachers on topics like aerospace and engineering and robotics. This is far beyond reading, writing, and arithmetic.
That's right.
District-wide.
Whole district-wide.
And that is all thanks to our business partners and the expertise of the Sumter community coming together instead of working separately.
Y'all, Dr. Hunter's middle school is just one story.
Just one.
Of our
Just one.
successful business partnerships. As our school district representative said over here, out of the 26 schools in Sumter, every single one has been adopted by various partners. Another example is a partnership between the local hospital and an elementary school. This year they hosted a 5th grade field trip to the hospital, and the students were greeted by hospital employees with pom-poms because those hospital employees were so excited to introduce the next generation of healthcare
Yes,
workers.
sir. That's what I'm talking about.
As businesses, we understand it's not just about making money. We know that we need to give our time, we know that we need to give our energy, and we know that we have to give our spirit.
That's right, Kimberly, and y'all, we're not arrogant enough to think that our city is perfect.
Come on, guys. Come on.
What? Team Sumter? Team Sumter is a mindset where we truly believe that when we rise,
We rise
together. We leave no one behind. Now, the stories that you've heard today and the team members who have shared them are just a few examples of how we're redefining what community health is in Sumter. We're excited for what's happened and we can't wait to see what's next. And we really want to thank you for the opportunity to share the story of Sumter, South Carolina. Everybody, hands in.
1, 2, 3, Team Sumter!
Thank y'all so much. Thank you, judges. If there are any questions that you have, we would love to entertain your questions at this time.